Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I'm so glad you have decided to join us today for the Pursuit of Service and Support Excellence. This is a panel discussion with the 2018 HDI Industry Award winners. I'm joined today by Brittany Muxlow, our Manager of the Year winner, Kristen Lukey, our Analyst of the Year winner, and Rob Allen, our Desktop Support Technician of the Year winner, as well as Tabitha Scarborough, our representative from our Premier Award sponsor, Robert Half Technology. I am Leslie Cook, your moderator today, and I'm definitely excited about today's webinar. We are bringing you the cream of the crop for this webinar. Today's webinar is, like I said, a special panel discussion of our 2018 HDI Industry Award winners. We're going to take this as an opportunity to ask these award winners anything, like an Ask Me Anything. This panel will feature, like I said, our Analyst of the Year, Desktop Support Technician of the Year, Manager of the Year, and it'll be an opportunity to learn from the best and find out what it takes to ascend to the peak of your profession. I am Leslie Cook, your host and moderator for today's webinar. I am HDI's Director of Membership. I am joined by Tabitha from Robert Half Technology, our Premier Award sponsor for HDI's Industry Award Program. Tabitha, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Thank you. I am doing fantastic. I am excited to be on this webinar with all of you.
Awesome. With started way back in 2002 when she reached out for staffing support to help with a convention for her organization. After 5 years of working with Robert Half as a client and a hiatus to attend Utah State University in 2011, she registered with Robert Half as a candidate. A month later, she joined Robert Half Technology as a technical recruiter, and over the last 6 years, Tabitha has placed more than 1,500 people in IT support positions in Salt Lake City, San Diego, and Las Vegas. So that's pretty impressive. And in February 2012, Tabitha reached out to HDI and started to pursue launching a Las Vegas HDI chapter. And the chapter was founded in April 2012, and Tabitha's been a huge supporter and chapter officer ever since. So I'd like to personally give a big thanks to Tabitha and Tabitha for everything that she's done for our community and industry, and of course, Robert Half Technology for being the Premier Award sponsor for HDI's Industry Award Program. We could not run our award program without you. So thanks so much, Tabitha. And I'm going to pass it over to Tabitha now to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you. I have enjoyed every moment of my partnership between Robert Half and HDI, and I am a very passionate supporter of the HDI community and what everybody in the IT support industry does on a day in and day out business basis, because I know it is not an easy job providing those services to frustrated end users. Robert Half Technology places highly skilled professionals on both project and full-time basis for individuals ranging from web development, system integration, and as we know, pretty much every position in an IT support capacity. We have over 115 offices worldwide. We do offer a full spectrum of services from project to contract to hire to full-time IT staffing. Note that we also do work with, network operations, DevOps, cybersecurity, front, middle, and back-end developers, and other positions that may fall within or outside of the scope of, who HDI works with and supports. Leslie, can I get the next slide, please?
You bet.
So I was just this last weekend at the HDI LCO Summit in Colorado Springs with Leslie, and one theme that we found does come up over and over again within this industry is the importance of recognition and rewarding employees. One of the biggest concerns that employers have right now is employee recognition to decrease the turnover within their organizations. At Robert Half, we believe recognizing our employees for their accomplishments and rewarding their successes is a crucial aspect of being a great place to work, which is why we're so proud to sponsor the HDI Excellence Awards year after year. Your colleagues recognize your hard work and dedication with a nomination to share your success both inside your community and beyond. Because of this being such an important aspect of what we do, Robert Half researches workplace-related topics throughout the year, and one of our largest studies explores what makes people work happy. When your employees are happy, morale is up, turnover is down, and business is growing. For technology professionals, the top 3 drivers of workplace happiness is pride in their organization. They want to be happy about who they're working for. They want to feel appreciated for the work they're doing, and they want to be interested in their work. Helping employees, help desk employees spend countless hours, desktop support professionals spend countless hours delivering high-quality service to customers. They may not always be the easiest customers to work for or work with. So if they don't feel appreciated, your staff may find another place where their hard work is celebrated. According to a survey of technology hiring managers, 55% of CIOs were concerned about retaining current IT staff. What are some of the things that we can do to recognize our staff, our colleagues? Simple thank yous. Regularly acknowledging employees' great work, pointing out how their efforts will help the company, the clients, or the customers. Put something in writing. Prepare a handwritten thank you note or copy senior executives on an email about a worker's accomplishments. Forward it, if you receive a thank you note from an end user, forward that on to upper management and copy them on it so they know that they're being acknowledged. Publicize achievements. Feature standout employees in a company newsletter, in a weekly startup meeting, or nominating for an HDI award. Support continued education. Encourage your employees to expand their skills. Assist them in getting training. HDI has some fantastic training programs and training options for your staff. And then showing dedication to their career growth. Invest in them. One of the topics that came up at the LCO Summit was servant leadership, giving your employees ownership, encouraging them to do better, making them feel like you're there to support them. And again, recognizing them with an award. As we talked about, the HDI Awards is a great free way to recognize your top performers on your team, to make them feel appreciated, to show the entire organization how great of an employee they are. And, to all of you who are on this call who won this year, congratulations. It's a huge accomplishment, and you are the best of the best in your industry. I know I'm definitely very excited to hear more about your accomplishments and achievements, and I hope that as the years go by, I get to meet more and more of you through the HDI LCO community as you become more involved.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tabitha. On that same vein, the importance of reward and recognition, as Entrepreneur Magazine quoted, one of the easiest and most inexpensive ways for you to stand out from your competitors is to win industry awards. I think it's important for us to take a moment to chat about the importance of reward and recognition, or continue chatting about the importance of it, and how you can honor the high-performing teams and individuals in your organization through HDI's award program. Recognizing and rewarding employee and team contributions and accomplishments is an important part of creating that quality culture When employees and teams know their efforts are appreciated, it increases their self-esteem and the satisfaction with their job. Their improved attitude toward their job then encourages them to aim for quality and increases productivity. And employees and teams will know that their contributions are valued. So you can see that all these things lend to a better organization, more fulfilled staff. So, think about the last time you were recognized. How did it make you feel? I want you to remember that feeling and pass it along to your high-performing individuals and teams by rewarding and recognizing them. I think it's an important part of what you do on an everyday basis and then on an annual basis through the awards program. HDI is committed to supporting your efforts to recognize your top-performing individuals and teams. So we do that through our industry award program. Each year, HDI awards the highest honors in the service and support industry. And these awards recognize professionals at all levels, from the analyst and technician to managers and teams and organizations of all sizes. And the winners and the finalists are honored every spring at the HDI Annual Conference and Expo. We're proud to, like I said, we're proud to have the support of Robert Half Technology, our premier award sponsor, in honoring those winners and finalists. So if you're interested in nominating an individual or a team for an HDI Industry Award, I encourage you to do so now. Don't wait until the deadline. Submissions are open now. The deadline to submit or nominate someone for one of the awards listed here on this PowerPoint is October the 31st. And I will say that our finalists are, all finalists for the awards are awarded with registration to the conference, so they get to come to the conference for free and really truly experience it from an award winner standpoint. And of course our HDI Annual Conference, the next conference where we will be awarding our finalists and winners is April 9th through the 12th in Orlando in 2019. We also have in the fall at the Service Management World, brand new Service Management World Conference, the HDI Awards program recognizes innovation and improvement in the service management industry through the Service Improvement Award and the Knowledge-Centered Service Award. The deadline for these HDI Awards nominations are coming up very, very fast. The deadline to submit your nomination or your submission for these is June 30th, so don't miss it. We're less than a month away from that deadline. Of course, award submissions are now open, so apply today at thinkhdi.com/awards. And again, the finalists receive a free registration to Service Management World, which takes place October 15th through the 17th at the Omni Orlando Resort at Champions Gate in Orlando. And I always like to do top 10, top 5. So, what are the top reasons you should enter? HDI Awards are the most highly regarded recognition platform for service and support organizations for all sizes, like I said, for all sectors, public or private. And the benefits of entering these awards expand far beyond picking up one of the illustrious trophies. There are many great reasons. I've noted at least 8 here on why you should consider nominating a colleague, a direct reporter, a team for an HDI award. But one of the most important is the HDI awards community is comprised of exceptional organizations and individuals. We have winners here today that have joined that exceptional network that we will introduce very soon. I mentioned, not listed here in this list, but I did mention it on the previous 2 slides that finalists get a free registration to the conference where we announce the awards, and I think that's a really cool part of this process. So I won't go through these reasons. I'll just let you read through that at your leisure, because I do want to get to introducing and celebrating and honoring our 2018 HDI award winners that we have today. These winners have joined us today. They are best in class in service and support. And I want to thank you for being a part of the HDI community and for everything you do for your team, your organization, and your peers. You definitely made a profound impact on this industry. And I'm going to have each of these winners introduce themselves. They'll talk a little bit, they'll let you know their name, their role in the organization and the company they work for. And I'm going to have them talk a little bit about themselves personally and professionally, and the award they won, and a professional achievement that they're proud of. So Kristen, we'll have you go first. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Kristen Lubke, and I work for the state of Nebraska, and I'm a lead IT analyst. I'm the team lead for our Level 2 help desk, and I'm also the email administrator for our agency, which is DHHS. The award that I won the Analyst of the Year, as well as the People's Choice Award, which I was really proud of. My local chapter is the Nebraska local chapter, and I'm in Region 1. And as far as something I've done professionally, I'm really proud of this award. I know there's a lot of people that are excellent at their jobs, and so to be recognized like this has just been amazing and a real confidence booster. One other thing that I've done in my career is a few years ago I took over the email administrator duties, and I'm not a programmer, but I had to learn SQL, and so I went back to school because I had to learn that database language to be able to do my job, which I'm now very proficient in, so that was a lot of hard work and outside my wheelhouse, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Fantastic. I love it. And we celebrate you, Kristen. Congratulations on winning the 2018 Analyst of the Year Award. And we will now move to Rob. Rob, introduce yourself.
I'm Rob Allen, and I am an IT support consultant level 2 at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth. And I am in the DFW local chapter. Before I came to TCU, I had careers in teaching history and communications for religious organizations. And been here for 2 years. One of the things I like to do when I'm not at work is I get with some friends and we created a fan podcast on the Texas Rangers. This year it's not as fun because they're not as good this year. Yeah, but that's what I like to do when I'm not here at work.
Fabulous. And congratulations to you, Rob, for winning the Desktop Support Technician of the Year in 2018. We congratulate and celebrate you. So thanks for joining us today. And Brittany, would you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. My name is Brittany Muxlow, and I work for Cerner Corporation, which is a healthcare IT company. I'm a senior team lead, and I've been at Cerner for about 6 years, 5 of which I've been managing. I manage 4 24/7 teams of frontline support for our clients. And a personal fact about me, if you asked anybody that I work with, they would tell you that Diet Coke runs in my veins. Diet Coke is my coffee, and you don't want to see me without it, otherwise I'm particularly cranky. In terms of a professional achievement I'm proud of, I will say that winning HDI Manager of the Year has kind of taken the cake. It's been a wonderful experience for me, and I'm very proud of it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brittany, and congratulations to you as well. We celebrate all of you. We're going to jump right into our Ask Me Anything, Ask Us Anything question Q&A portion. So you can, as an attendee today, you can post questions in the question field on your screen. So send us any questions you have, and we will go through the questions and have our award winners provide answers and get a conversation going. So if you have any questions, do put those in the queue. We'll give it just a moment to let those start coming in. While we're doing that, I'm actually going to go back to the screen with the photos of our winners, so you know who's speaking when they do answer your questions. So it looks like we have our first question coming through. So the question is, winning an HDI award is very difficult. And this question, it looks like, is for all of our winners. What makes it worth all the effort for you? And you guys can all answer the question, so just jump in if you'd like to go first.
I can jump in. This is Brittany Muxlow. I know it says that winning an HDI award is difficult and what makes it worth all the effort, but for me, it wasn't about the award. The award just kind of happened. I didn't realize I was nominated, and I was thrilled that I was, but to me, it's all about doing what's right for our associates and doing what's right for our clients. And that's really what drives me and what makes my job worth it. Seeing that client satisfaction and knowing that my associates are making an impact to healthcare from an IT perspective, that's really what drives me and makes all of my effort worth it. The award just kind of happened to come with it, which was fantastic.
That's great, like the cherry on top, right?
Absolutely.
This is Kristen.
Rob, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, I can add to that. Well, in my work, my background before I got into IT was in education, and so I've always been really into technical writing and teaching, like not only my coworkers but also my customers. And the most rewarding thing for me, as far as dealing with customers, is usually when you've got a computer problem, you have some unmet need that you can't resolve yourself, and I think that also leads to kind of a feeling of helplessness, sort of. And I just get so much satisfaction out of, diffusing that for a person and letting them know that they do have an ally in their problem. And you can almost always, if you've got an angry customer or something, as long as they know that they have someone that's going to stick with them, until their problem is resolved, they're almost always diffused. And as far as the award itself, I spent a lot of time thinking about what was important to me in my career leading up to coming to the conference, and just how I would be able to articulate that to the judges, which I was very prepared, and I think it was more just the process of being prepared and how I handled myself in that nerve-wracking situation that has really been a confidence booster to me. I mean, getting the award was incredible, but it was more just the process that led up to that has left me feeling just, I know you're not supposed to say this, but it really has left me feeling really proud of myself.
It's okay to say that. I'm proud of you. You should definitely be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
And Rob, do you have anything to add there? Oh, Rob, are you on? Or did we lose you? We have some more questions. Oh, there you are. Do you have anything to add to that question? No, no worries.
What I would add is, and it's similar to what Brittany said, which is when I was being awarded it, it didn't seem like it was that hard as far as like there was a set process. It was the validation at the end. Somebody took the time to nominate me to say, hey, why I think this person is deserving. And then to go with what Kristen said, it was the preparing of how is it that I really do work and how do I share that to people. And it was a validation that they accepted how I work and the things that I do, and helping customers not fear their computers or taking their issues seriously and getting it to resolution so they can get back to work.
Great. And for those of you on the webinar today, if you don't know, these guys have to go for the Analyst of the Year, Desktop Support Technician of the Year, have to go through a 3-phase judging process that starts at the local chapter level. So they start in their local market, and then once you win at the local market, you go to your region for another competition, and if you make it through the regional competition, you become a finalist at the national level and then have to do a national interview at the conference. And then we actually pick our winner at the conference from those interviews. So it's a long process. So it is hard. It may not seem like it from your standpoint, but we had a total of 500 nominations, over 500 nominations this year in our award category. So there's a lot of competition out there, and these guys rose to the top. And same thing with the Manager of the Year. Brittany had to go through a 3-phase process as well. So it's hard. So congratulations, and thanks for that question. Someone on the line has another question for everyone, and they're curious to know if you are involved with your local chapter, and if you are, describe your experience with your local chapter. So who can jump in and share answers to that?
I can jump in, Rob. Yes, I'm involved. I attend meetings every now and then. I can't attend every month. I attend get-togethers to meet and network and connect, and I have found that very valuable.
And this is Kristen. I have just gotten involved and have went to a couple of meetings, and that was one of the really cool things about being at conference that was so eye-opening to me, is being around people that do the same thing that I do and that are just excited and upbeat about their career. One thing that I'm doing this year is in August, I'm giving a presentation to our local chapter, and hopefully I'm going to try to turn that into something that I can submit to possibly present at conference. So I'm doing that in August.
Oh, fantastic. I love to hear that. That is awesome. So if you're in the Nebraska area, make sure to attend their August chapter meeting to hear from Kristen. What's your topic? Do you have a topic picked out for that?
Well, yeah, I do actually. It's tentatively called something like Workplace Boot Camp 101: How to succeed in high pressure situations. And the reason that I picked that topic, one of the reasons is because of what I went through, related to this award process. The other thing is I do a lot of competitive bicycle racing, and a lot of it's very endurance-oriented. Like I do a race called Gravel World that's 150 miles of gravel in one day. And I've taken a lot of what I've learned from competing like that and being involved in athletics, and I've been able to apply it to a lot of my work situations. And so I thought that some of that might be beneficial for other people in their careers.
Absolutely. I have to figure out how to get to Nebraska in August. I love it. And Brittany, do you have anything to add there?
Yeah, I think my involvement to date has been minimal because I didn't know a whole lot about HDI up until this year. And being nominated and going through this process, as Kristen mentioned, has really been eye-opening. So I'm working now to become a member and getting involved in the local chapter, because as I was sitting through the interviews, we were being interviewed at conference, and I got to meet other candidates, and they were just sharing their experiences of being involved with the local chapter, and it was really eye-opening for me. So that's really something I'm excited to get on board with.
Awesome. Well, I love that we have helped you drink the Kool-Aid. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Continue to submit those questions through the Q&A field on your attendee screen. We do have some more coming in, though. This one is for the analyst and the desktop support technician of the year. So let you guys take this question It looks like it could probably apply to MOI as Manager of the Year as well. So what one thing would you change about your job or the way you work that would make things better for everyone?
That's a good question.
I'll jump in.
Great. Thanks, Rob.
The one, because I've been thinking about this since HDI conference and attending one of the workshops, and I've gone back and looked at our tickets that people in the resolutions, is that people don't share enough of how they really solved an issue or turned around and actually, the way we do it is you should create a knowledge-based article if it's something new. It's not required, but it would help. And I'm noticing a lot of times that my colleagues and I, we don't do a good enough job of sharing the actual details of what it took to solve the issue. And it could actually help down the line if somebody's going back and looking at that ticket going, oh, this is similar. Oh, but you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That has been one thing for me that I have been really big into is just the technical writing, because I use OneNote, and when we have a new person that starts here, they have my entire notebook. You know, they have absolutely everything they need to do their job. And then if I create a OneNote page, I just email it to, it's out on the shared drive, but I also email it to my team so they know there's like a new topic or whatever. And I use it to send information to customers as well, but that, I know that it's so easy for documentation to become stale, but if you keep it alive and active, it is such a huge time saver.
For sure. I would add, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Brittany.
This is Brittany, and I was thinking over this question, and what would make things better for everyone at our work would be automation, which is something that we're working towards, but we're not quite there yet. And I know that the industry is really moving towards automation and having the manual work taken out of it. So being able to receive a phone call and based on the information the client enters, have a ticket already populated with their information and things like that. So that's definitely something we're working towards in our space, but we're not there yet. And I would say that the industry is moving there. Definitely automation for sure.
It comes up a lot in every industry meeting that I'm in. So it's a hot topic, and people are charting the roadmap to get there with automation and artificial intelligence, and so I can relate. So thanks so much, Brittany. And I'm going to keep you on the line here. This question is targeted for you, Brittany, as a Manager of the Year. How important is commitment to your team?
Very. So commitment really is and needs to be at the base of everything we do. So not only do I try and show my commitment to my team, but we also need our team to show their commitment to our customers. So commitment really is fundamental to everything that we do, and we need to show that in our actions and how we communicate, and really in everything we do. Commitment is so important, and I think when you have an associate that truly connects with the client and follows through with everything that they're doing and keeps their promises and shows that commitment, we really have a higher client satisfaction. So I can't really relay how important commitment is. It's just so important.
And that actually leads into this next question that's for all of you on the lines of commitment to customers. So how does your commitment to customers affect your day at work?
And I can continue. with that one. Again, this is Brittany. So what I do in our days at work, we have meetings and we have associate one-on-ones, and everything that we drive towards in those meetings is focused on client satisfaction. Client satisfaction is the number one metric, the most important metric that we measure. All the decisions that we make truly lead towards client satisfaction. So in terms of my day-to-day, it's really the base of the meetings that we have, and also just responding to client calls or emails when they call my direct line, ensuring that I'm calling them back and responding to their emails, and setting an example for our associates that the client is our number one priority, and client satisfaction is their number one job. So really leading by example and showing that commitment to our clients is how it affects my day at work.
This is Kristen. I think I would answer that question, like how does commitment to clients drive my day-to-day work? I really try to stay at the top of my game technically. If there's an unresolvable problem, it usually comes to me. I'm the team lead. And I do that not only for my clients, but also for the people that report to me, because I'm basically their technical point of contact as well. And the other thing, too, is just remembering that you might have a day that is particularly hectic with things coming at you from all sides, but really the most important thing is, you know, the customer at the other end of your line, or you know, just prioritizing customer needs. But the customer is always the most important thing.
This is Rob. In my position here, how we're organized, I am the conduit between the customer and the other departments in IT. So a lot of times I am their advocate. So it's a matter of getting with them quickly, finding out what they need, and determining that what they're requesting is from somebody else in the IT department, and pushing it on and advocating and staying on top of them. So once again, it's taking the customer's needs seriously, timely, and efficiently as possible.
Great. Thank you, Rob. And actually the next question is for you as the Desktop Support Technician of the Year. Which do you enjoy more? Visiting with customers around the organization or learning about new technology?
Oh, I hate forced choice, because because those are the two things I like, and so, but I would have to order it customers first, to be honest, and in a very close second is learning technology, because if it wasn't for the customer, I wouldn't be here.
Absolutely. All right, keep submitting those questions. Thanks so much for those of you who submitted so far. We really appreciate the questions. And the next question, since being nominated for this award, and this is for everyone, how has it changed your life and or your career?
This is Brittany. I think I heard Kristen mention this earlier, that really it was a boost of self-confidence. I think when I received this award, it did kind of open my eyes to the difference I can make in a larger setting, of setting an example and sharing my experiences with other people. And I did feel that confidence to share my experiences and help other people. So I would say I've had that confidence since winning the award and really feeling fulfilled in sharing my knowledge.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I don't know that it's changed my career in that I still work in a basement, but it has really just changed. It has changed how I view myself, honestly. It's given me a lot of confidence, and being involved in the whole award process and just the pressure and preparation of it. And another thing is, when I got there, I was just surprised how much I wanted to win, because I'm not usually like super competitive type of person, but I really wanted to win, and I just wanted to make sure that I was totally prepared and gave it my all. And just the entire process and actually winning has honestly put kind of a spring in my step, to tell you the truth.
I love it.
For me, it's once again getting back to validation. What I didn't say earlier in my bio is that I'm relatively new to this. I've only been working in IT for 2 years, and it was a validation that, yes, I can do this. Yes, being focused on the customer like I thought it should be, not having an attitude with the customer, but taking them seriously. And I mean, it's funny because the news got shared here at work, and so as I go in, people mention, oh, congratulations on your award, and I just say a nice thank you, but then I'm ready to get back into solving their issue. But the validation for making the career change and what I do and how I do it has been very uplifting.
Excellent. I love to hear those stories. The next question here again is for everyone. Like looking into the future over the next year, what do you hope being the winner of your award will do for you over this next year? Or do you have any goals in mind that you kind of want to use this as a platform to get to? Or
Well, this is Kristen, and for me, I just want to get more involved in HDI. I was really excited to meet new people in my profession and just get outside of my comfort zone. I don't know that I have any huge career aspirations because I really like what I'm doing now, but I do think it really does give you an opportunity to kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone. Like I'm giving that presentation in August, and I'm going to enjoy this just in meeting all the really awesome people that I've been able to meet through HDI.
Yeah, that's definitely been a part of this process for me as well. I'm very excited to get more involved with HDI. Touching back on the confidence that this has brought me, I do feel that this will help me ask for more responsibilities. I currently manage 4 teams, and that's something that I'm looking to expand. And the confidence that I've gained from winning this award and being put in the situations of interviewing with pressure and competing has really helped me with wanting to continue that, interviewing for more and asking for more responsibility for myself, and to really try and increase the amount of impact I can have in our organization.
This is Rob. The most immediate thing is mentoring. We're having new people come on board, and I remember what it was like having people who took the time to talk me through the policies here at TCU as in regards to how they decide to implement technology here. And that's, I want to give back. I mean, we also utilize students and being a mentor to the students who help us on the front line. So, and then, just as Brittany said, looking to take on more responsibility here at TCU.
I have to say, Rob, I'm super impressed that you've only been within this career for 2 years and you've excelled to this level. So that's very exciting and super proud. So awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome, Rob. Good for you.
All right, keep sending those questions in. We have the next one, and this is for all winners. I like this question. What do you think you did for your team or your boss or manager to make them nominate you for this award? I kind of think it's from their terms.
I think this is Brittany, my manager nominated me, but I think what made the difference was really those testimonials that were submitted, which my manager shared with me after the fact, and they were really moving to me, the things that my peers and my associates had to say. And what I really attribute that to is not being above any work that we do. So a while ago, several years ago, I watched this video clip, and it was of Ashton Kutcher, as you guys know, he's an actor, and he was explaining that you can never be too good for the job you're doing, and that he was a busboy at a restaurant once and had to sweep the floors, and he said, but you'd bet that those floors were clean, I did the best that I could, and I never said that I was above sweeping the floors, even when that wasn't one of his main responsibilities. And that really settled well with me. It set well, and I think I try and use that as a foundation for my career, because even as I've progressed and I've become a manager and I've taken on more direct reports and more responsibility, I'm never above that base level of work that we do, and I'm always willing to help out an associate that needs it. I want to be the best person I can to anybody and everybody, regardless of the work that they're trying to accomplish. So I think that's really what I've done for my team and to help with those testimonials and that nomination.
Yeah, this is Kristen, and I agree with Brittany. I mean, the baseline for me is just that I'm helpful, you know, and to anyone. I don't care what anybody's job title is that I'm helping. I treat everyone with a helpful attitude, and I'm helpful to my teammates, and even if I'm having to correct them in their work, I'm always respectful and kind. I think I was nominated because I strive to be my best. I've always have in my career, no matter what job I've had, and I try to have a good attitude, even when sometimes others around me don't. And I just like helping people and sharing information.
Hi, this is Rob. Me being nominated was by my team. It gets put out, and the manager asks, who are our top two choices, and then from there, the top two people he writes the recommendation for. And I believe what my colleagues saw was somebody who works hard, comes in early, stays late if necessary, and is always quick to help. I am definitely believe in the team aspect, that my colleagues can come to me and ask me a question. I believe in getting back to the customer as soon as possible and not letting things just lay there waiting. And I think that's what was recognized, that I'm putting customer first and teamwork first.
Excellent. I got chills when Brittany first started telling the story. Great advice, and obviously we know why you guys have elevated to this level. And a comment was even made here in the Q&A. Great comment by Brittany. The person shares that Sandy Sorosky, one of our leaders in our local chapter community, used the same analogy in her servant leadership presentation at the local chapter officer summit this last weekend. So it's obvious why you guys are elevated to this level and winners of this award. You're all servant leaders, absolutely. And we just have a few more minutes for questions. So I'm going to actually jump to a quick question, and then there's a pretty long question. I think these are the two good ones to wrap up with. So one, what have you done to celebrate your win? Because you better have all celebrated.
I was going to say, I had a pretty good time at that conference party.
Awesome. Me too.
That's what I was going
yes
to say. This is Kristen, and I don't usually go out and dance like that, but I actually broke one of my shoes dancing at that party.
I love it. Oh, that's awesome. So have anybody's teams, once you got back, done a little celebration at your organization for you or anything like that? If not, I'm going to be sending some celebration your way.
Well, at where I work, we have an in the box, which is on our employee intranet, and so they put me in the box for a day. So that about my award and everything, and that was really exciting.
Yeah, that was awesome. At Cerner, we have a homepage for all of our Cerner associates, and I was put on the Cerner homepage, which is called My Cerner, with a snippet about HDI and the award, which was pretty awesome.
We have a weekly newsletter that goes out to all the faculty and staff on campus, and I was the lead article, I think the week after next, on it, just informing about it. And almost from the get-go, my manager shared it with the IT department, and I was getting personal emails from my colleagues just congratulating me, and that was tremendous.
Yeah, the feedback from customers for me has been the most amazing thing. Them just telling me what I've meant to them, it's been so rewarding.
Fantastic. So one more question. This is a really good question. I've been saving it for last because it has to do about you're obviously all very passionate and very customer focused and driven, servant leadership driven. So to be successful in any area, whether it's an athlete or any other high performance profession, you have to have a passion and a drive to be successful, to get to that top level of success. Now, for a lot of people, I don't think that passion and drive exist right out of the box. And each of you think back, and tell me what was the original moment that ignited that drive in you, that passion in you.
So this is Brittany, and when I started in support, I think it's very easy to get caught up in the phone calls and the tickets, and it's easy to lose sight of the difference that you can really make with those. And I remember taking this phone call, and I didn't quite know how to resolve it. And it took me a minute and extra time on the phone, and I used my resources, and I ended up being able to resolve this issue that I didn't think I was going to be able to. And at the end, the end user I was helping, which is a healthcare professional, said, "You just saved my day. I'm going to be able to do my job because of your help." And that really hit home for me, in that what we do is so important. And we talk to doctors and we talk to nurses and IT staff all day long, but each call and each ticket makes a big difference in somebody's day, and healthcare, ultimately, getting patients the care that they need. So I remember that call, and that was really that point for me of, I love what I do, this is so important, and this is what I want to continue doing.
Well, and this is Kristen. For me, I think the one thing, there's a couple things I can pinpoint. I have always loved learning, so I mean, I've always taken classes and, have several degrees. The other thing is that I'm kind of by nature sort of a nervous and insecure person, and so basically what I've done is I've just done a lot of things that I have been afraid of, where I thought I wasn't sure if I could succeed, but I just did it anyway. And lastly, I guess, like, for example, and some people might consider this in their careers, at one point I actually took a pay cut to take a different job because I knew that I could learn a lot from that job, which I did, and then it led to me being able to become a lead later on. So that's what I've done in my career.
This is Rob. I'm going to go further back than just in a job. Probably where the drive and passion was developed by something else I had been involved in earlier in my life, and that was the Boy Scouting program. Just the skill set that I learned to be a leader, the skill set that I learned to finish things, because I'm one of the few few that go through the program that finished it and earned an Eagle Award, because so many people have other things that take priority in their lives at that point. And I think that's where I learned my drive, and I've taken it into my education and into the careers I have done.
Great. I thank you all for sharing answers with us today and sharing your stories. I am definitely inspired, and I congratulate you again, and I celebrate you. And like you guys have mentioned, being proud of yourselves. You should be so proud of yourself and for this accomplishment. So thank you for joining us today and answering all these wonderful questions submitted from our audience during the Ask Me Anything. Just want to wrap up real quickly. So we do have another award-winning webinar tomorrow. So if you haven't registered, you still have time. You can go to thinkhdi.com to our webinar section and get registered for that. We will be joined tomorrow, join me and the Team Excellence Award winner, Optum. They will do a case study highlighting the information included in their submission for the Team Excellence Award. So that webinar will be tomorrow, Thursday, June 7th, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So definitely join us for that. Very excited to have Optum and continue this celebration tomorrow. And of course, join us later this year at the new Service Management World Conference taking place October 15th through the 17th this year at the Omni Orlando. So what's in it for you? There's going to be access to people, ideas, and solutions to help you enable digital transformation through enterprise service management. You'll get tactics and personal testimonials from trailblazing thought leaders who have successfully expanded service management principles to their entire business. So lots of industry professionals joining us to provide great sessions during that conference. Evolving and emerging frameworks tailored to match your organization's needs, progressive strategies and case studies on customer experience management, DevOps, Agile, IO, and so much more. And of course, a few energizing days away from the conference, or excuse me, from the office. We know that these conferences are a great way to really motivate and energize and get ready to go back and dig deeper into your organizational continuous improvement. So join us later this year for Service Management World. And last but not least, if you're not following us on social media, you can do that on Twitter at ThinkHDI. We have both Facebook and LinkedIn groups as well. And if you are a member, you get a very special member-only connection to all the thousands of members that are HDI members on HDI Connect. You can join that conversation at connect.thinkhdi.com. There are thousands of conversations going on as we speak on Connect with other members asking questions of their fellow members and sharing templates and resources and great daily conversations, back and forth connections going on. And of course, we load all of our member-only research and content up on HDI Connect for your viewing and download needs. So that is all I have today, but Kristen, Rob, Brittany, congratulations again. Thank you so much for joining us. I had a great time today and loved hearing your stories and continued celebration of your success. So let me know if you ever need anything in the future. We are here to support you as HDI and hope to see you soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thank you. And we'll wrap up today. Thanks for everyone who attended. We sincerely appreciate all your questions and your involvement in this webinar as a way to continue featuring our 2018 award winners. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.